Peter Parker must race against the clock if he ever hopes to save his life and the life of Spider-Man. All this and more in the pages of The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 5. Alrighty then, so picking up from where more or less we left off, Peter Parker is at a major crossroad in his life. He's unsure what to do now that his persona has been split from the Spider-Man persona. Up until now, he's been keeping all of this craziness from MJ, his now returned love, and he decides that it would be getting their relationship off on the wrong foot again if he wasn't 100% honest with her now. She admits that there's times in the past when hearing news like this might have forced her to run away from her relationship with Pete, but she's past that now. After all, it's craziness like this that makes her love him in the first place. Which, makes me feel like the writer is saying, hey, don't be scared everyone, this new returned romance is back for the long haul. Now Peter knows what he has to do here. He has to steal the genome accelerator so he can use it on Spider-Man and rejoin them. The only problem is, though, he's not a thief, neither professional or otherwise. Lucky for him, though, he might not have to steal the genome accelerator because, well, he lives with Boomerang now, who is a thief. And because Fred is just greedy enough and just stupid enough to be pointed in the right direction, all Peter has to do is talk very loudly about how expensive the genome accelerator would be on the black market. And hey, while Peter might not have spider powers anymore, he's still pretty creative in his own right and has more than enough spider trackers to follow Boomerang wherever he goes and steal the accelerator out from under him. And never forget, children, stealing isn't stealing. If you steal from someone who stole something already, then you're second generation stealing, which is totally fine. Peter won't have to wait too long to find his more irresponsible half because the city is currently under attack by an army of new Tri-Sentinels being led by Mendel Strom. Unfortunately for Robot Master, he didn't exactly read the fine print when it came to the creepy demonic centipede dude who gave him this brand new army and collected way too soon. The irresponsible Spider-Man half of Peter's personality really has no interest in fighting a losing battle against a bunch of Sentinels, but when a mortar shell threatens to take him out, Pete actually proves to be more of a hero by jumping in front of it. This means that Peter is at death's door and it's up to Spider-Man to save him, although Spider-Man can't really be trusted to save anyone right now considering that he's so self-absorbed. Luckily, Pete planned for this contingency, and because both men would end up dying anyway if not refused, he decides to activate the genome accelerator from afar. While this happens, though, the two are allowed to share a little heart-to-heart and talk about what they've learned. Spider-Man says that maybe he shouldn't be so grim and serious all the time, and Pete admits it's not exactly fun to be on the other side of the jokes and the banter, and maybe he should try a little harder to get his life in order more often. With Spider-Man whole again, he's able to deal with the Tri-Sentinel threat. Granted, it seems that Strom didn't get a great deal on these things. Spider-Man is easily able to hack them all over again like he did the first time, and once he realizes that Strom is dead, they set themselves to self-destruct, destroying the Life Foundation building and any and all evidence. The only thing Spider-Man managed to come away with is Mendel Strom's last words, "Guess my name," said over and over again. Which, is always the sign of dealing with a puppet master shadow villain, and that's never good for anybody. Now, as the comic winds down, we see what became of Taskmaster and Black Ant. They're currently in custody being interrogated by whatever passes for S.H.I.E.L.D. these days in a S.H.I.E.L.D.less Marvel universe, something that really ticks off O'Grady, who was himself a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. They're asked about the part they played in the attempted genome accelerator heist, only for them to let slip that they never actually meant to steal that. Quite the opposite, they were hired for another job completely, by none other than Kraven the frickin' Hunter. You know what, it feels like he's fought just about everyone else in the Marvel universe. It's been way too long since he's actually fought Spider-Man. Sign me up. So that was Amazing Spider-Man issue number 5, everybody, and overall it brings this storyline to a satisfactory, if slightly rushed close. I'm glad that the whole split Spider-Man thing only lasted an arc, didn't overstay its welcome, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel that they came to some pretty obvious conclusions near the end. It's nice to see Peter being more honest with MJ in their relationship. It's nice to see Boomerang stick around and have some fun as a comedic foil to Spider-Man. The new mystery villain Spencer has created is suitably creepy, and the fact that he says "guess my name" leads me to believe that he's not a wholly original creation, but actually someone that Spider-Man has met before at some point, which, I'm sure a lot of people in the comments section will have their own theories. Overall, I feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cave Joel, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of this other comic content I have available for you. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cave Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're in the market for some comic books for yourself, might I recommend buying your trades through my book depository link down in the description. Not only will you save a bundle by not having to pay anything for shipping or handling, but everything you buy via my link goes to support me in the channel. So you win, I win, everybody wins, right? And until next time, I will be back again with more comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye, everybody.